Sup guys, and welcome back to Anime King 2. And today I'm going to be giving you a brand new series. What if Naruto found overpowered weapons at the Land of Wave, guys? Part 1. If you want to see part 2, go ahead and comment down below and tell me you want to see part 2 and I'll be posting it as soon as possible for you guys to enjoy. And also guys, if you're new, I posted a brand new series over on Anime Prince of what if godlike Naruto created a Gale in Fairy Tail. If you don't know what I'm talking about when I say Anime Prince, it's because I indeed have 4 channels, guys. Yes, I know it might sound crazy, but it's true. I have 4 channels: Anime King, Anime King 2, Anime King 3, and Anime Prince. And I post what if on these channels every single day. Yes, every single day for you guys to enjoy. So go ahead and destroy those red subscribe button and become part of the Anime King family. And thank you for all of your help and support. And remember to comment down below and tell me if you're new. And I'll be replying talking back to all of you. So yeah, without further ado, what is to begin this new series? Start now, guys. Team 7 was still at the Land of Wave as Naruto was lying on one of the beds in the home of Tezuna as he just looked up at the ceiling. Despite all the extra training he did, even after asking the Jonin in the village for tips, he wasn't able to save Haku or Zabuza. He used weights to increase his speed and stamina. He woke up 5 in the morning, warm up before he met up with his team. He did some light chakra exercises and the leaf sticking technique. And lastly, a few low-level jutsu. He need to work on his taijutsu, working with his clones maybe, or learn the offensive jutsu. Kakashi was known to be the wielder of over 1,000 jutsus. He must have 1 or 2 at least that work well with his fighting style. It was since the bell test that day Naruto realized how truly weak he was. He had thrown everything at Kakashi, but the man had toyed with him like he was nothing. And from that day on, Naruto realized that he was incredibly weak. However, he knew that even if he gets stronger, there was always someone out there stronger. But it doesn't matter, he would just keep on training and training and training and training until he surpassed all of his foes. But first he needed help from his sensei. As Naruto got up and made his way outside, as he found Kakashi under the tree with that book of his as usual. "Kakashi-sensei," said Naruto, as Kakashi looked up with that same look as usual. "What is it, Naruto?" he said. "I need to get stronger. I'm not strong enough." "Well, have you been training hard?" Kakashi said. "It's still not good enough," said Naruto. "Not at the level that I'm at right now. At the rate I'm going, I won't be able to protect anyone. I need help with my taijutsu, ninjutsu, and control. Everything basically. I need more help. I need to get stronger to protect my precious people." As he remembered the words that Haku told him. "So you think I can show you how to do all of that? You want me to show you how to be a strong ninja?" Kakashi asks. "No, I want guidance. I can only learn how to be a ninja on my own. I only ask for the tools, and I'll make you proud, sensei. Give me a chance to get stronger and I will," said Naruto. "Very well then," said Kakashi. "I see that you're serious about this. Then, I can get you started." As he pulled out 2 scrolls from a pouch, he then proceeded to pull out a piece of paper. "What are these?" "Well, this scroll is a taijutsu technique I found a long time ago. It is a style that focuses on unpredictable attacks and unordinary strategies. You see, this style is extremely hard to master for most shinobis, due to most people being able to follow set paths. However, for someone like you, who is naturally unpredictable, this style will suit you well," he said. "So by being myself, this style will help me fight. But will I be able to use it with my clones?" "At the moment, they're my best means to fight after all," said Naruto. That is why I believe that this will suit you perfectly. This taijutsu will never remain the same, as you incorporate moves into it as it change. The basics are the only things that are constant, as the advanced move are incorporated into the technique by the one that uses it, said Kakashi, as he handed Naruto the scroll. So you're saying I could constantly develop my technique and it will never remain the same? Well then, this will be perfect. I can incorporate my techniques into this, and any other I might learn, along with my clones. Now the second is a few chakra control, speed, strength exercises that you will have to do. The chakra control exercises must be completed before I allow you to move on to another step of your training. What's with the paper? Said Naruto as he looked towards it. This is a chakra paper. By channeling your chakra into it, you can determine your nature of into. Why don't you give it a try? As Naruto took said paper. Go ahead, he said. As Naruto pushed his chakra into it, the paper split almost instantly. However, that was not all. Kakashi's lone eye widened when he saw the paper start to rip into thousands of pieces. He quickly calmed his features afterwards. So what nature of Inti am I? Said Naruto. Well, what do you think you are? Said Kakashi. Well, considering that you say that I'm unpredictable by nature, and the chakra is used to cut things, it can't be fire because it would probably burn the paper. Can't be water because it would get wet. Earth is the most predictable and stable, so it can't be earth. So it is either wind or lightning. So what do you think you are? Said Kakashi. If I have to make a guess, I would say wind. It's unpredictable and strong, and it can be focused at certain points when need be, said Naruto. That is a wonderful deduction, said Kakashi. It seems like you're finally ready to take this seriously, said Kakashi, as he realized that something inside Naruto had changed since this mission ended. As Naruto looked down, Haku's death affected me more than you think, Sensei. I now realized I was living in a dream ever since I was a child. I thought that if I increased training after the bell tests, that I would be able to be the best. But that short amount of time doesn't really do anything now. I knew I would have to dedicate as much as my training as possible if I want to be better, said Naruto. You don't have to spend every hour of the day training, said Kakashi. Despite being a ninja and a legal adult, most people find as much time as they can to relax and be normal. Sometimes it is the only thing that keeps people sane, said Kakashi. Why don't you work on those chakra control exercises? If you reach a proper level by the end of the week, I will get Asuma, Sir Toby, to help you with your wind manipulation training, said Kakashi. Thanks, Kakashi-sensei. You're one of the few people in the village that treat me like an actual human, and I'll always be grateful for that, he said. Naruto, you hold a burden that many people in this world cannot even imagine to bear. The fourth Hokage entrusted the power of the greatest demon in the world to you. You're his legacy, and I am proud to see that you're taking your role as such seriously, said Kakashi. As Naruto clenched his fists, the fourth trusted him to master the power inside of him. I'll make him proud, said Naruto. I will overcome this burden and control it. As he snapped his head up, you say, I would master the exercise in a week, but I'll do it in 3 days. As Naruto ran off into the tree line, Kakashi watched him leave. The first time he saw them all work as a team, he was incredibly proud. And today, he has felt the most proudest as he looked at Naruto, and the question that he asked him today as he saw him taking his life seriously. As he felt pride swell up in his chest towards the young boy, knowing that he will come forward with that kind of mindset, it really seems like Haku's death changed him a lot. As for the rest of his team, Sasuke had barely changed, and he was still as arrogant as always. Selfish as well. Despite that one time he didn't work well with the team, as he thought that he was a miniature version of him when he was younger. However, Sasuke was leagues above him in terms of being vulgar in certain situations. He was not that way. Then there was Sakura. She was the only one not injured on this mission because she didn't do any fighting, as he did not feel like she was ready or even should be a Kunoichi at all. As through their entire time, she has never come up to him once and asked him for training or help in anything. It seems like she was only on the team to impress Sasuke, as that was most likely the case after all. Since the battle, she has been at his side as Sasuke has been unconscious. Then there was Naruto. Since the bell test, Kakashi has been watching him as Naruto went out at night to practice. It only took 1 month and Naruto's speed was close to Sasuke, who was said to be the greatest student in the academy, and his strength was far greater than Sasuke's, and it only took him a month to get to that level. As Kakashi also noticed that Naruto had chakra weights on him as well. Those kind of weights were used to increase when the body get used to them, and with his natural healing ability, and not to mention the fox, they probably double almost every week. Give him 2 months, and he would be at Chunin level, and the way he has developed mentally, he'll be ready for Chunin exams. Together the three of them might make it past the first 2 parts, but he believed that only Naruto has the potential to become a Chunin. Sensei would be proud of his boy, Kakashi thought, as he returned back to his book. As for Naruto, he went towards a pond. For greater control, you had to learn how to do water walking. It was another variant of the tree walking, much more difficult though. Naruto stepped on the water as it felt solid, but raising the other feet, he fall right in. Well, seems like it would be a lot more harder than he thought. As he proceeded to dive into the other scroll regarding the taijutsu, as Naruto summoned a bunch of his clones. As Naruto threw one of his clones onto the water, it was able to balance on it for a good minute before it popped. Naruto was confused. He tried once again, as he realized he felt everything the clone did. The memories. What the hell? For the next few hours, Naruto trained and realized a nifty trick about the clone jutsu that he never realized before. This would help a bunch. As when he came back to the house, he was tired, exhausted. Given his stamina, you should know that he went through a lot if he was this tired. As he was greeted by the family and Kakashi, Sakura on the other hand looked like she was about to explode. "Where the hell were you, Naruto?" she said, as she punched him in the head before he could even react in his exhausted state of mind. Something inside of Naruto clicked at that moment as she punched him. When he looked back up, Kakashi turned his gaze towards Naruto as well as he felt it. As the family, they did not feel it because they were not trained in the arts of a ninja. And besides, it was not directed towards him. However, he felt the killer intent as Naruto gave Sakura a look. Sakura was taken aback as Naruto glared at her. He had never once do that before, ever. As he walked past her though, as the killer intent vanished instantly. As Naruto wondered, why does he always allow her to do that? Why did she feel like it was her right to punch him for what, coming late? As he clenched his fists. As he wondered something though, does he even like her anymore? Being a young naive person, he always piggyback on those feelings for her in the academy. But what did those get him? Absolutely nothing. He calmed his mind and sat down. He thanked Nami for the meal as they sat and ate. The next day, Naruto was back in the clearing, training once again. As he created 10 clones and had them work on the water walking now that he knew the technique about the clone jutsu. After about a few hours, Naruto decided to do some exploring as he had racked his body for enough today. As Naruto came across a cave, summoning 2 clones, he made them go inside to check for traps. When they dispelled, he realized that no traps was in there as he made his way because of what the clones had found. Strangely enough, deep within the cave was some weapons. However, the material did not look like steel or iron. They all had strange markings on them, sealing markings, just like when you use a summoning scroll. As Naruto came towards the wall when he felt a strange sensation, there was 2 knives on the wall. Strange knives as he was unaware what exactly. Called out to him as he felt something pulling him towards them. The blades were pure black and they were curved inwards, making it look like a crescent moon, with the blade being on the inner part of the blade. The handles had small guards on them. As Naruto reached out and grabbed it, immediately though something started to burn his wrist, forcing him down to his knee. As Naruto let out a hollow scream. As it went on for a minute, he was panting heavily. As Naruto's hand came up shakily as he looked up, there was a strange kanji on his wrist. A kanji that said Wind Shadow. That was the moniker of the Sand Leader. But what's going on? He looked back up. What the hell? All the weapons were gone. As Naruto felt a strange feeling, he rushed out of the cave. Unsure what that pain was a moment ago and not want to experience it again. The lingering feeling won't be run, so he ran. As he ran out of the cave, but when he turned back, it was gone. Naruto checked the entire place, so wondered if he was going insane or something. He was sure that it was a cave there a moment ago. He went inside. So where was it? Again jutsu, he wondered to himself. However, when he looked down towards his wrist, the tattoo was still there. But after a good 30 minutes of searching, there was nothing. He decided to forget about that, but he could not because the tattoo was still there, and it wouldn't go away no matter how hard he rubbed. So with that, he got a bit of rest before he returned back to his training. That night he came back even more exhausted. Kakashi was a bit worried about Naruto. Maybe he was pushing himself a bit too hard. As he went upstairs to check on him as he saw Naruto looking over his wrists. As Kakashi was confused when he saw the Kazekage moniker, Wind Shadow, just like the Leaf Fire Shadow, as the same for the other nations. That was a Kazekage moniker. Why was Naruto having a tattoo of that? And he's never seen that before. So would you mind explaining how you got that there? As Naruto turned around, seeing Kakashi there, a bit surprised. I have no idea, Sensei, said Naruto. I got it in a cave. A cave? Where? It's kind of gone. You mind explaining, said Kakashi. For the next few minutes, Naruto told Kakashi what he had found. As Kakashi checked over the mark on his arm, maybe it was sealed inside of you. I've never heard about a cave like that before. So the knives are in my arm? As Naruto looked over his hand. Well, why don't you try to summon them, said Kakashi. And how do I do that, said Naruto. We didn't really go over seals much in the academy. Just like you send the chakra into the paper, try to send the chakra into your wrist, on that tattoo. As Naruto did what he was told, poof. As he now had two blades in his hand, the same one he touched in the cave. Well, would you look at that? Kakashi reached out. Let me see one of those, he said. As he took it from Naruto, however, immediately black tentacles whipped out of the blade and grabbed her on his wrists. Immediately, he felt his chakra draining fast. Naruto quickly moved over and grabbed the blade immediately. It receded, as Kakashi was now freed. They both looked at it shocked, as Naruto also noticed that it was a new addition, a crimson red seal around the blade. Well, it seems the blade will only let you touch it, and it also seemed to absorb chakra of those it come in contact with. Other than you, there might be a few other abilities, but you're gonna have to be the one that figure those out. Well, I can spend the rest of the week on that, seeing that I already learned the water walking. Kakashi eyes widen hearing that. A technique that would probably take an average person a week took him only 2 days. That is truly impressive, Naruto, but I will oversee your training for the next few days, so that you don't hurt yourself. So you'll only be able to do a little work using the blades. I have an idea, said Naruto. Why don't we use shadow clones? As Kakashi gave my eye a smile. So he learned the secrets about the clones already. That would work. But what do you know about the shadow clone, Naruto, he asks anyways. Well, I found out what they learned I learned, so I can use it to increase my training time, said Naruto. Well, that is correct. It's a trick that we don't just tell anyone. You must learn to yourself, so that you could use it in a training technique. Sasuke woke up earlier today, demanding to know what happened about the fight. I just thought you would like to know that, said Kakashi, as he made his way towards the door. Well, when would he be back in the fighting state, said Naruto. Well, most likely at the end of the mission. Tomorrow, I'll leave a clone with you, so we can discover some more about that knife of yours. Good night, Naruto, he said. Yeah, good night, Sensei, said Naruto, as he decided to get some rest. He was indeed tired after all. The next morning, Naruto came across Sasuke. Huh, look who's up, said Naruto, as Sasuke gave him a blank look. Well, you better hurry up and get back into fighting shape. I have a new style I want to test against you. It doesn't matter what you learn, though. It won't work against me. Well, whatever allows you to sleep at night, said Naruto. Sakura decided to intervene as she arrived. Shut up, Naruto Baka. Sasuke could beat you in a fight, with both of his hands behind his back. Oh really, said Naruto as he turned towards her. How exactly do you know this? I mean, you just learned the 3 weak jutsus at the academy. Not a single genjutsu. So tell me, how are you an expert at this, said Naruto. This had 2 effects. 1, it shut her the hell up. Sasuke on the other hand was confused. Just what the hell happened while he was unconscious? As Naruto was acting different. He'd never seen him act this way around Sakura before. Whatever. I'm gonna go train, said Naruto as he made his way off. Time skip. Naruto arrived at the location that Kakashi told him to meet up at. Alright, unseal your blades, and let's do a few tests, he said. As Naruto unsealed the blades. Now, I don't know too many styles that use trench knives, except for Asuma Sarutobi that used them in his fighting style. So I'm gonna have to introduce you to him when we get back. Well, That was already a priority, but I guess I'm gonna have to do it earlier, he said. Can I even do clones while holding these? Said Naruto. Give it a try, said Kakashi. As Naruto made a modified hand signs, holding on to the blades while performing the Shadow Clone Jutsu, but nothing happened. So he did it again. This time he pumped chakra into it, a large amount. As Naruto frowned, nothing was happening. As Kakashi blinked in shock. Naruto, he said. As Naruto looked toward his shadow. What the hell? Naruto watched as his shadow split in half before it grew and grew into a copy of him that was dark and hard to make out. It was two of them, as they slowly started to change color until they looked exactly like him. As the real Naruto released the hand signs, as he felt a large chunk of his chakra was sapped in that technique. But they were real shadow clones as he looked at them. Well, it seems like you can actually create clones from your own shadow. This seemed to be a Nara type jutsu, but I've never seen a Nara or anyone do something like this, said Kakashi. This has to be one of the coolest jutsu I ever used, said Naruto. I wonder how hard they are to dispel, or if they can merge back into shadows and fight. As Naruto back was turned to Kakashi. Hey, Sensei, can you do something for me, said Naruto. Yeah, sure. Raise your hand, said Naruto. Kakashi was confused by the odd request, but he did the same thing. You're raising your left hand, right? How did you... Right. I didn't tell you which hand to raise, said Naruto. Correct, said Kakashi. So how do you know that? I can see you. What do you mean you can see me, said Kakashi. Yeah, I can see through their eyes. And why aren't they moving, said Naruto. Kakashi came over. This is an interesting technique, Naruto. I want you to try and focus on them. One of them at first. Try to move them. If you can see through their eyes, perhaps you have to control them as well. Alright, said Naruto as he closed his eyes. Whoa. This is weird, said Naruto as the clone started to move. As Naruto felt something hit him, he looked down as he saw a kunai in his gut. However, the kunai was pushed out. As Kakashi watched, black tentacles came out and repaired the wound. Well, it seems that they can take damage. But how resilient are they? Come with me, he said, as the clone followed behind Kakashi. Now stand right there. Kakashi hit him with a fireball. When the smoke cleared, there was nothing there, except for a small shadow on the ground. Well, it seems it's just due to the amount of pain they can take. Or perhaps they just can't survive a full-on blast. Not really, Sensei, said Naruto as he pointed. Kakashi watched as the shadow on the ground started to slowly merge together. After a few seconds though, it reformed back into Naruto, as both of them start to move. So, you figure out how to control the both of them at the same time? Yeah, said the first clone. You see, there's a mental block in each of them that you have to break. Once you do, it's pretty easy. It's like moving your own arm, the other one said. As Naruto opened his eyes, Kakashi was immensely proud of Naruto for discovering such a powerful technique. It could be used for combat, recon, or battle. I wonder if you can use it though without the blades. Dispel your clones and put away the blades, said Kakashi. Now I want you to try and make them without holding the knife, said Kakashi. Okay, Sensei. As Naruto sealed them away before, he did the same thing, but this time he dropped to his knees. As they appeared, but their color was different. I see, said Kakashi. It seems your blade helped you channel what appeared to be shadow chakra easier. Kakashi reached into his pouch as he pulled out a paper. Why don't we test your Aventi once again? As Naruto did the same thing, it split once again, but all the tiny pieces, when it dropped, they turned black as night. Does this mean once I have control, I can use techniques that no one has ever seen before, said Naruto. Well, the Nara clans might have techniques that you'll be able to use, but you will have to ask permission first. However, I do believe that you could do things that no Nara has done before. Wow, so is it like some kind of bloodline? You won't be able to know until you have children, Naruto, said Kakashi. I guess you're right about that, I'll have to pass it on, he said. Now who am I gonna have children with, he asked himself. As Kakashi started to laugh, chuckling to himself as he watched Naruto actually start to think about that rather hard. He broke his train of thoughts as he gave him another scroll that contained a few techniques that would help him rather well in this endeavor. As he proceeded to find Sasuke and Sakura to at least start them on water walking exercises, seeing that Naruto was already leagues above them in that area already. As Naruto sat there once Kakashi was gone, I wonder what I should name this technique. I mean, they aren't really clones, they're an extension of my body. As he created 2 of them once again, and he created 50 normal clones, as he had them fight him. As Naruto was able to duck under a blow. Whoa, it's like having eyes at the back of my head, he said. As he turned and slashed the clone as he poofed away. Now I just need to work on syncing with him perfectly. There's a tiny second delay. If it wasn't for their regenerating abilities, they would be gone by now. Just then he clashed one of his regular clones, as a clone knocked the blade out of his hand as it dropped, right in the shadow of one of his other clones. As Naruto noticed that his other Shadow Clone Jutsu clone stopped moving completely. He paused the battle as he stepped towards it. Its eyes were moving, however it could not move. Naruto reached as he pulled up the knife out of the shadow of the clone. The clone was able to move once again. Wait, so if the blade gets stabbed into the shadow of an enemy, they're unable to move until I pull it free. Whoa, said Naruto as he tried it once again, and it was the same result. Now he wondered what he should call these, as the ideas popped into Naruto's head. I know. Shadow Leech, Shadow Trap, and Shadow Soul Extension. The last one was because of the clones being able to, well, be him when you look into their eyes. The Shadow Leech for the absorption chakra, and the Shadow Trap for him being able to stab someone's shadow and stop them in their place. As Naruto got straight back to work, trying to control the techniques better. Time skip, pretty soon it was the end of the week, as Inari hugged Naruto. Don't worry, Inari, I'll visit someday. As he patted him on the head. Hey, come on now, what did I say about crying, said Naruto. I'm not crying, they're tears of joy, he said. Kind of the same thing. But sure, stay strong kid, said Naruto. As Naruto started to move towards his team, Sasuke then noticed a tattoo on Naruto's arm, as he's never seen that before. Hey dope, where did you get that tattoo? As Naruto did not look his way for a while until he turned. Oh, you say something, Sasuke, he asks. As Kakashi sneezed at that. I said, where did you get that tattoo? Sasuke said. Sakura overheard this. You think you're cool cause you have a tattoo, and Sasuke don't, she said. If anything, it makes you look more like a dope. However, Naruto did not even turn away. It was like no one just said a single word because no one reacted. As Naruto was still looking at Sasuke, well, not gonna tell you, he said. It's not like you can force me. Sasuke's Sharingan flared to life. However, Naruto looked him directly in the eyes. As Kakashi intervened though. Well, Team 7, he said. It seems it's time for us to go. It's about time, said Sasuke as he looked away. Cha, said Sakura. I can't wait to get back home. Naruto didn't know why, but hearing her speak now was getting him rather irritated. I can't believe I even liked her, he thought to himself, as they said their last goodbyes and headed off. As it took them 3 hours, given that they weren't carrying any civilian. However, Naruto noticed something. Sasuke was sweating. Just a bit, and Sakura was panting. However, he was wearing weights, and he felt completely fine. But it still was not enough though, and he knew that. I can't wait to get home, said Naruto. You're excited about anything, dope, said Sasuke. I'm just saying, since this is an A-rank mission, I can now buy some more things. Shuriken, kunais, and not to mention, I'm so sick of this orange clothing, said Naruto. He didn't know why, but over the week he came to kind of hate orange even more than before. That was just a sparkling realization for him. He needs some new clothes. I thought orange was his favorite color. Sakura and Sasuke thought at the same time. As they arrived towards the village, as Kakashi spoke to the gate guards. Okay, team first. We'll go to the Hokage to report, said Kakashi. On the way there, they ran into Team 8 also heading for a mission. Oh hey guys, said Naruto, as he greeted them. Hey, what's up, Naruto, said Kiba. They were kind of friends during the academy, and they hadn't seen each other since they graduated. Akamaru popped out his head from Kiba's hood as he barked. Nice to see you too, Akamaru, said Naruto, as Shino simply nodded to his fellow ninja. Hinata's face turned red as she saw Naruto. Hello, Naruto-kun, she said, as she shrank back a bit. As Naruto stepped forward. It's okay, Hinata, he said. I'm not gonna hurt you. You don't have to be afraid to talk to me, he said. I'm not afraid, Naruto-kun, she said. Good, he said with a smile. I wouldn't want someone as cute as you to be afraid of me. His words had a rather negative effect on her, though, as she collapsed. Hinata? Hinata, he said. She was out cold. What's wrong with her? Said Naruto. Don't worry. She does this a lot, said Kurenai. I'm Kurenai UI, her sensei. Okay, nice to meet you, said Naruto. Name is Naruto Uzumaki, he said to her. Yes, I've heard about you. Really, said Naruto with a smile, as they were asked to come inside. Team 8, good to see you. And Team 7, how was your first C rank mission? As Team 8 looked rather surprised. They already went on a C rank? It was good, Gigi, said Naruto. But we ran into some trouble. Let me explain, Naruto, said Kakashi. We were confronted by a total of 4 missing nins on the mission. 2 was Chunin level, 1 was an unknown rank, and the other was a Jonin, going by the name Zabuza Momokai. As Hiruzen was surprised by that, then this mission was at least A rank, Kakashi, he said. Yes, Kakashi confirmed. How did your team handle this mission? Hiruzen asked. I believe that they all handled it perfectly, but there are some things that we must discuss in private. About Naruto here. What? Why? What's going on? Said Sasuke. I'm afraid that this doesn't involve you, Sasuke, said Kakashi, as Sasuke fumed at that. After Team 8 was sent off, as the rest of the team was dismissed, Naruto was left, along with Kakashi and Hiruzen. The first thing they told him was Naruto accessing Kyuubi's chakra, during his battle with Haku. As he was worried, he asked Naruto how he was feeling, but Naruto was feeling rather fine. He then proceeded to ask him about what else happened when he saw the game mark on Naruto's arm. Confused by this, Hiruzen caused him to come closer as he took a good look at the mark. Kakashi explained all that Naruto was able to do so far, as this was rather surprising to the old man. Well, this is surely surprising, Hiruzen said. After which Naruto was dismissed, as Kakashi was left in there with the Hokage, as they had a lot to discuss. First of all, it seems like you're taking preference, as Naruto has reached a far level than the others. Have you not been paying attention to them? Konoha has prided itself on not leaving a man behind, as the Genin's team were supposed to be taught equally. However, in terms of the others learning, it seems that they were not as far as Naruto. And Kakashi was also a man about teamwork, so Hiruzen was confused about this. Well, he's the only one asking for help. He isn't asking me to do anything more than just a few nudges in the right direction to show him the way, just like his father did for me. The others aren't so willing in that regard, said Kakashi. Sakura is too fangirlish. Even during the training, she did as minimum as possible. She spent all day fretting over Sasuke, and when I asked her to do more, she does not listen. As for Sasuke, he is growing rather arrogant, even more than before. He has no activated Sharingan, and he's persistent for me to show him all my jutsus. So what is your view on this team? Well, I could keep on training them until the Chunin exams come around, which I will nominate them for. But if nothing changes after that, I want to drop the other 2 and take Naruto on as an apprentice. Very well. I trust your judgment in these matters. Now what about his Shadow Chakra? Is it similar to Anara? It is much denser than Anara's, and it also takes a lot more control when he doesn't use a blade of his. He uses too much chakra then, but while he has the knives, he's able to control it and funnel it into those, and I believe it helped him get a greater control over his techniques. Okay, I will have a little chat with Shikaku to hear what he had to say, as Kakashi was dismissed after that. Time skip, as Naruto had got some new clothing with the mission payment, as he was wearing a black pants, a black shirt with red trimmings on the end. As he buys several different pairs, he decided to find Asuma Sarutobi, remembering that he was the one in charge of Team 10, as Naruto created 20 clones, and had them search around the training grounds. 5 minutes later, one of his clones dispelled, having seen them at training ground 10, as Naruto decided to watch them, as he stood up there for a few minutes until they came to a break as Shikamaru turned his head, before he threw a kunai, as Naruto tilted his head as the thing impacted in the branch. Naruto knew Asuma, as he had asked for aid after the bell exercise, but he never knew that the man had a win of Finte because at that time, he didn't know about that. A smirk came to Naruto's face as he took off his headband. He did a transformation technique. His whisker marks vanished as he got brown hair. He jumped down. So, the little kiddies want to play, he said, in a sinister tone. Who are you? Said Shikamaru. I'm no one, and why I'm here is none of your business, said Naruto. Why are you here? Said Shikamaru, as he looked towards the individual that was looking at him with a dangerous glint in his eye. Tell you what, I'll tell you, if you defeat me in battle. But if I win, your sensei, has to do something for me. Asuma had a small smirk on his face, as he knew who it was after all. Before Team 10 could respond, Asuma agreed for them, as the members looked towards him. Wasting no time, Naruto jumped back. Well, let's start as he launched 3 kunais towards them. The 3 dodged as Choji was at the lead, Shikamaru behind, as Naruto saw Shikamaru's shadow, using Choji as a distraction as he leaped away. As Choji came down and swung his fists, however Naruto ducked and punched him in the guts. Ino came with a kick, but Naruto slid right underneath it and rolled away. She tried to punch him on the ground, but Naruto grabbed her hand and got up with a spin as he threw her towards Shikamaru. Shikamaru was forced to catch her as he placed her down, however Naruto was in front of him, as he had used his speed to catch up in time. However, Shikamaru rolled away as Naruto's fist struck the air. Shikamaru tried to sweep his legs from underneath him, but Naruto jumped as he brought his fist down. Shikamaru crossed his arms, but Naruto turned him mid-air and kicked him right in the stomach. As Shikamaru dropped to the ground as Naruto brought his fist down, but Choji appeared as he tried to grab Naruto. He was forced to backpedal as Ino launched kunais towards him. He pulled out own kunai himself as he started to block them, as he prepared some distance between himself and Team 10. "Do it now, Choji," said Shikamaru as Choji sucked his limbs in before he started to spin at an enormous rate. He got larger as he threw himself towards Naruto. Naruto had to put in work to get away as Choji was trying to flatten him. Ino then made things worse as she tried to launch kunais at him to stop him from getting out of Choji's reach. As Naruto decided to take her down first, seeing that she was blocking his way as he moved towards her, however he came to a stop. As Naruto looked down to see that his shadow was caught. As he turned towards Shikamaru, "Know that you've lost. What is your name and what do you want?" said Shikamaru. "Who said I've lost?" said Naruto. As he started to glow, boom! His entire body exploded, forcing Team 10 to leap away. The members of Team 10 gathered themselves as kunais were placed at their throats, as they were all stuck. "It seems like I win," he said, as he appeared in front of them. As Asuma appeared, "Know that you defeated my team. What about me?" he said. "Well, you will be teaching me the beginnings of wind manipulation." Team 10 was surprised by that. "You can drop the transformation now, Naruto," Asuma said. The clones poofed away, as Naruto returned back to normal. "So, Asuma-sensei, what do you say?" As Team 10 looked towards Naruto, Naruto Ino said, "Why did you do that? I actually thought I was gonna be killed there. My troublesome teammate is right. Why did you do that?" "We didn't have to fight," Shikamaru said. "Yeah, I mean it's good to see you, but what? With all the fighting," said Choji. "Sorry about that. I just thought it'd be a good exercise. Besides, I wasn't intending to hurt any of you." As Shikamaru was confused though. How the hell did Naruto got so strong? I mean, he defeated all of them by himself. "So, how about it?" said Naruto. Asuma looked down towards him. There was rarely wind users in Land of Fire. Having the chance to teach one of them, well, the prospect was one that he would not turn down so easily. "Well, we did have a deal," he said, as Asuma went into his pouch and threw Naruto a scroll. "I just asked for the first part. You didn't have to give me all of this," said Naruto. "Consider it a gift for completing your first A-rank mission." It seems like Asuma knew that he was coming already. "Thanks, Sensei," said Naruto, as Naruto decided to look for a place to train. "Hey," Ino said, looking at all of them. "Did Naruto just beat us?" she asked. "Seems that way," said Shikamaru. Time skip. 2 weeks later. The past week had been horrible because of many different reasons. First, Sasuke noticed that Naruto was getting strong, like insanely strong. He was showing that in the exercising that Kakashi was giving them when he was giving them team training. However, Naruto started to get pissed off because Sasuke felt like he was entitled to know what Naruto was doing. And Sakura was really pissing him off as well, agreeing to everything that Sasuke says. As for her, she was holding the team back, as she was not really doing anything to improve. Then there was still the civilians that treat him like garbage. However, they couldn't really do anything now because he was a shinobi, and they could not attack their superior officer. Well, 2 good things did happen. He did complete the first 2 steps of wind manipulation, and not to mention he now had 2 C-rank jutsus under his belt. He also learned a powerful technique for his trench knife. He was saving it for when he was gonna fight in the Chunin exams, the one that you heard Kakashi talking about. Kakashi told them all that they were participating in the Chunin exams. It was gonna take a while, but they will be participating. It was a few weeks down the road. At the moment, Team 7 was going for another mission. As they entered, Team 8 was also in there waiting for orders. Just the people I was looking for, Harrison said. You will accompany Team 8 on a mission to eliminate a group of bandits that has been loitering on the border of the Fire Country. Kakashi will lead the mission, with his second in command being Kurnai. Kakashi and Kurnai, I would like your input on who will be leading the team if the both of you, by some chance, might be incapacitated. Kakashi and Kurnai started to talk. Their voices were low so the others could not hear them. I know that you will suggest Sasuke as team leader, but I believe that Shino is more logical, and he will not make brash decisions, said Kurnai. Well, I actually believe that Naruto should lead the teams, he said to her, as she was surprised by that. No offense, Kakashi, but he was the dead last in the academy, and he's not one to think things through. I don't believe that you make a good leader. Well, that was some time ago. He has really changed since then, and he's also the strongest member on my Genin team, and he's more than capable enough to lead the teams. I give you my word, he said. Kurnai knew that wasn't easy, as Kakashi was a powerful ninja in his own right, and if he had that much good faith and judgment in Naruto, then she believed that, well, maybe he really has changed. Not to mention, she heard what he said quite clearly. Naruto was the strongest on the team. If you believe him to be, then I will follow your judgment, she said. As the two of them walked over, Sasuke opened his mouth rather quickly before they could say a single word. I accept being the sensei on this team. If something should happen to the both of you, he said. Actually, we chose Naruto to lead on this trip, said Kakashi. As there was a lot of reaction, Sasuke was outraged. Sakura looked affronted. Team 8 was surprised, however, Naruto. He seemed to be thinking, Sensei, I don't think I should be the leader, said Naruto. Yeah, why does the dope get the lead? It should be me, Sasuke said. I'm a Uchiha elite. That is not why, said Naruto. I believe Shino should be the one to lead. As Kurnai looked over towards Kakashi, impressed. And that is why you're leading the mission. You can make decisions that will make the team better as a whole, said Kakashi. Sasuke had this murderous look in his eye, like he would kill someone at any time. It should be him. He should be the one leading his mission, not the dope. He need to get stronger to kill his brother, and Naruto kept on getting his way, again and again and again. Destroy the camp, said Hiruzen. That is the mission, understood? They all nodded. They all met up at the gate in 30 minutes. Alright teams, did you all pack for the mission, said Kakashi. As all of them nodded. As with that they move off, Team 7 was in the lead, Team 8 behind, because of their special abilities, Hinata with her Byakugan, Kiba with his nose and Shino with his bugs. They should be able to find the enemy really fast if anyone came across them. However, this was going to be a critical mission. They were supposed to get rid of the bandit camp, and that meant killing. Time skip. Are you sure about the teams, Kakashi? Kurnai asks. From their vantage point of the bandit camp, I'm sure. They need to work with other people in different teams if they are going to get the information that they need. As Kakashi waited for the peers to report in that they were ready, it had decided that Shino and Sakura would prevent the enemies from leaving the camp. That was if they got past the 3 teams assaulting the camp. Those teams were Kakashi, Kurnai, Sasuke, Kiba, and Naruto and Hinata. It was because of the Hinata and Naruto pairing, that's why Kurnai was really reluctant. While Kakashi said that he's changed, he's still worried. After all, he was dead last in the academy, and that wasn't too long ago. And Hinata, the girl was soft. She had to say that the hard to kill someone, you had to be stern and shut off your emotions for a split second to do what must be done. But Hinata, she hadn't prepared her yet for this. However, she was wrong about Naruto though. In fact, he was one of the strongest genins, and could even possibly take on a Chunin or two. Not to mention, it would take a hell of a lot of ninjas to overwhelm him to make him let anything happen to Hinata, as he was one to throw himself right into danger to protect all of his comrades no matter what. So Kakashi picked him because he knew if anyone was to be paired with shy Hinata, it had to be Naruto. He also knew about her crush as well. If Naruto was in danger, she would step in no matter how shy she was. However, he was more worried about Kiba and Sasuke. The both of them are both rash, and they would try to make it into a competition, and that might end up causing them, as the two of them would not even dream of working together, more or less actually do it unless they faced a common enemy that was at least twice stronger than both of them combined. Is everyone ready? Kakashi said through the radio. I still don't know why I was placed with the creepy Bug Boy, Sakura said as she crouched down. Stay focused, said Shino. You never know what can go wrong on the mission. He brushed over the insult like she hadn't even said anything. Why, they're just bandits. Sasuke can handle all of them. He's the strongest genin of our generation after all. I am not too sure about that. I know a fourth genin that can defeat him in combat, said Shino. Yeah, right. Sasuke is the greatest, she said. Over to the other side. I don't know why they put you with me. I don't need help to deal with a few bandits, said Sasuke. You arrogant ass. By the end of this, I would have beaten more bandits than you, said Kiba. Then we will see who is better. You got yourself a deal, mutt, said Sasuke. Even the dope would provide better challenge than you, Sasuke said. We'll see, you bastard. As Kiba turns attention back towards the camp, as he heard the voice over the radio, is everyone ready? Over to the other side. Hinata was here with him. Him of all people. The guy that she liked so much. As she knew that he had changed over the past 2 months, but he was still the same, his eyes. His eyes still had that warmth in them that she glanced at every now and then. And when he smiled, that smile could brighten anyone's day when they saw it. Although he was still different. He was a lot more cool and calm. More in the down low. But she still liked him the same. As she looked at him though, she could tell that he was ready. Unlike herself, she was nervous, fidgeting, sweating, unfocused. As a part of her knew that she would let him down during the battle. And he would get hurt, and she didn't want that. She didn't want that to happen. As Naruto turned towards her, seeing her distress. Hinata, you okay? He asked. Naruto-kun, I'm okay, she said. As Naruto looked at her for a moment. No, you aren't, he said. You're scared. As it caused her to look down. He was right. However, she felt ashamed, thinking that he would think of her as weak. It's okay, he said. I'm scared too. I may have faced death a few more times than you, but it doesn't ever get less scary. You just have to focus on tasks and let your body do the rest, he said, giving her a kind smile. But I've never killed someone before. I'm afraid of letting you down, she said. That's how I felt on my first serious mission. I was unable to help my team, so I decided to get strong to help them, said Naruto. But what if I fail, she said. I could get you killed, she said without stuttering as she looked at him. That is why you won't fail me. It is when we're protecting our precious people. That is when we truly become strong. As long as you fight to protect, you shall never be weak, said Naruto. Hinata was speechless as she heard that. Did that mean that she was one of his special people? When we get down there, I'll be watching your back, while you're watching mine. I trust you, as long as you can trust me. Do you trust me? He asked. Hinata felt warm rush through her body, and she felt so confident. Yes, Naruto-kun, she said. I trust you with my life. Good, said Naruto. I'll make sure that you're safe. Is everyone ready? The voice came back over, as all of them confirmed that they were. Kurenai was surprised though. She didn't stutter. As she heard Hinata's voice clearly over the radio. I thought it would take a bit longer for Naruto to break that stutter of hers, said Kakashi. She turned towards the man. You knew this would happen? Yeah, Naruto has a habit of making the impossible look rather easy, said Kakashi. Well, I guess I'm gonna have to thank him at the end of this mission. That can wait. Alright, begin. Here we go, said Naruto as his 30 clones that were transformed into rocks and animals poof. The guards at the front of the bandit camp were shocked as they were attacked relentlessly. A few of them got destroyed as the ones that remained. Naruto turned towards Hinata. Remember, he said, art is a blast. As he placed his hand in the hand sign, as the clones went up in a massive explosion, destroying the gigantic walls that they built up to protect themselves. As it also teared down the few tents of the outer layer. Begin phase 2, said Kakashi, as they made their way down there to attack. As Naruto summoned 10 clones, as him and Hinata made their way with them, 5 of his clones stayed with him while 5 helped Hinata out. As Naruto steeled himself as he attacked and killed the bandits, Sasuke and Kiba were doing their own thing as Kiba watches Sasuke flash new hand sign. He burned 12 bandits down with his fireball. Kiba was not one to be outdone, as he attacked them with a Kamaru, as Sakura and Shino was waiting in case any bandit came across until he pulled her down to the ground, as a kunai whipped over her head. The two looked up as they saw 4 enemy shinobis. Well, it seems like while we were gone, some shinobis decided to attack our army. The smallest of the group said, as she was the only female there. It seems so, a rather bulky guy said. My, who is fighting in the base? Asked a guy who looked about 22. The small girl closed her eyes as she placed her hand together in a hand sign. I can feel 2 Jonin level ninjas judging by their chakra fighting at the west wing, 1 Genin and 1 Chunin level at the north wing, and 2 other Genin at the east wing, she said. That is just the level of their chakra though. For the Genins, their control suggests a high Chunin level. 2 Jonin at once. Hidan, I want you to take them down, the black-haired guy said, as he seemed to be the one calling the shots. Coward. You want the easiest one, and here, I thought you were tough. You coward. The silver-haired one laughed, as he was in a black cloak, and he was carrying a triple blade sight. My, take these 2 Genin. Goro, go after the Chunin and the Genin. I will go after the other Jonin, said the black-haired leader of the group, as the others split apart. The girl known as Mai remained as she had orange hair that flowed down to her back. Looks like I get the kiddies of the group, she said, with an evil smile on her face. As for Sasuke and Kiba, they had just finished off the last of their bandits, and at the moment they were arguing about who got the most kills. There is no way a Uchiha elite like myself could lose to a dog like you. Yeah? You sure about that, you prick? Said Kiba. However, a shadow appeared as they move away. A boulder crashed where they were. They looked to the side as they noticed a rather large man. He was bald and he had rather tanned skin. I thought she said I would be fighting a Chunin here. How am I supposed to test myself against others if they aren't even my level? Tch, I'll show you just how weak you are, said Sasuke, as he dropped into his stance. Don't make me laugh, boy. You won't even be able to land a scratch on me. The man picked up another large boulder as he launched it towards Sasuke. Sasuke dodged it. He might be strong, but he was slow. I'll defeat him like all others are standing in my way, and I'll be one step closer to killing my brother. As for Kakashi, he was just done with his last bandit. Well, this mission went well. Yes, we're lucky. Wait, she shouted. Kakashi snapped his head towards the south, as he could sense the ninjas heading into the base. As someone approached them, he was tall. He had silver-white hair, a wicked grin, and a sight in his hand. So I have to deal with these 2 pathetic excuses for a Jonin. Tuh. As Kakashi lifted up his headband, watch what you say. We have a more than enough surprise for you. Your blood isn't even worthy for Jashin to take. Maybe my friend might have some more fun with that Jonin level chakra over there, and the Genin. As he charged towards them, we are the only Jonin in the mission. Who's he talking about, Kurna, I thought, as she jumped away from the sight. Damn it, they must have a sensor. They sent a Jonin level towards Naruto. Because they feel it's Kakashi, Kakashi thought, this is bad. Over to the other side. See, Hinata? I told you we could do it, said Naruto. A smile came on her face, thanks. I couldn't have done it without you. As Naruto smiled before he spun and blocked a kunai aimed towards his head. What is this? Mai must be losing her touch. You're just a bunch of kids. Hinata, stay close, we can take him. Kakashi and Kurna will be here soon. Huh, you're wrong about that. They're now dealing with a S-rank missing name. His name is Hidan. I assure you, they won't be coming here. They stand no chance just like you two. The name is Inferno. Now, let me turn you both into a pile of ash, he said, as Naruto gripped onto his knives, having no idea that this guy was a lot stronger than he would ever come to imagine. However, he was also going to be surprised by himself as well. After all, he thought that he only had control over shadows, but he was greatly mistaken. He just needed a push to bring out what he can seriously do. And maybe this will be the push that he needed, because this guy was coming to kill them as he flashed through hand signs. But guys, be and subscribe right here. If you want to see next parts and do, like, subscribe, comment down below, turn on that bell notifications they posted, remember share to all your friends in social media platform, and also guys, remember to stay tuned for the rest of the what ifs coming your way, and I hope you guys enjoy each and every one of them. So yeah, without further ado, what do you say we get the hell out of here? See you guys soon. Peace guys.